Several years ago, something quietly strange happened at the Princess of Wales's Together at Christmas event. Without warning, without explanation, the service suddenly morphed, at least on television, into what looked like a piano recital starring Kate herself. Not live, not in front of the actual audience, but carefully edited into the broadcast to look as if she had performed at Westminster Abbey. It was awkward, it was confusing, and the reaction was mixed, to put it politely. So, when Kate revived the piano concept again this year, it raised eyebrows. This time, yes, there was a twist. She didn't pretend it happened mid-service, and she brought Princess Charlotte along. A mother-daughter piano moment, sweet on paper, complicated in reality. Let's talk about why. First, credit where it's due. The music choice. Holm Sound by Erland Cooper is genuinely beautiful, quiet, atmospheric, reflective. It's the kind of piece that doesn't need commentary, symbolism, or narration. It works best when you just listen, which is exactly why Kate's voiceover felt so intrusive. Instead of allowing the music to breathe, we got a recycled Christmas message, one she had already released weeks earlier. No new reflection, no fresh thought, just a rerun layered over piano keys. And the message itself? Essentially, don't be sentimental at Christmas. Her actual words were, at its heart, Christmas speaks of love, taking full bloom in the simplest, most human ways, not in sentimental or grand gestures. Which is baffling, because Christmas is literally the season of sentimentality and grand gestures. That's the point. Lights, music, gifts, shared traditions, none of it is subtle. And nothing about this event was subtle either. Let's be honest about what we were shown. This was not a serious piano recital. This was not a musical performance worthy of the hype. Close-ups avoided hands. Notes didn't always match what we heard. Certain keys were hit that didn't seem to produce sound. And despite all the build-up, the playing itself was minimal. If Kate isn't comfortable playing with both hands, fine. But then why frame this as a recital at all? And why involve Charlotte in a way that restricts her too? The piece itself isn't especially complex. A capable child could play it solo. Which leads to an uncomfortable question. Was Charlotte there to play or to prop up the image? Because the moment Kate inserts herself, the focus shifts away from genuine musical engagement and toward performance, of identity, of relatability, of optics. And this is where things get troubling. We are constantly told that William and Kate want their children to have normal lives, protected from publicity, shielded from scrutiny. Yet here is Charlotte, placed in a televised duet with the composer present, filmed across multiple takes, broadcast internationally, and then dissected by press and social media. That's not normal. Weeks of scrutiny follow her clothes, her hair, her posture, her hands, her musical ability, her lessons, all for ratings, all for image management. When public approval dips, the children appear. When interest wanes, the children are brought forward again. That pattern is becoming impossible to ignore. Calling this a family moment doesn't make it less transactional. What makes this most frustrating is how much more useful Kate's platform could be. The UK's classical music scene is struggling, you know. Instrumental tuition is disappearing from state schools, and freelance musicians are still recovering from the pandemic and post-Brexit touring barriers. This was a perfect opportunity to spotlight real issues: music education funding, youth orchestras, community music programs, emerging performers, and the late Princess Diana understood this. She didn't center herself. She championed talent through her Future Talent charity. So why not do that here? Why not let the music speak? Why not feature young musicians who actually need exposure? Instead, we got another glossy, self-centered production that did nothing to support the wider arts ecosystem. And finally, the unanswered questions. Where are the ratings comparisons? Why does ITV continue to air this if returns are so low? Why no real critique of costs, wardrobe, jewellery, staging, security? Why wasn't William present? Why not George or Louis? And why are we expected to applaud a carefully manufactured moment while being told it's about simplicity? In the end, I would have preferred silence. Just the piano, no narration, no messaging, no performative humility layered over obvious extravagance. Because when you strip it all back, this wasn't about Christmas or music or togetherness. It was about image. Well, squaddies, my absolute take in a nutshell on this is that Kate needs to tell her people to add subtitles to her monologues, as she's a bit difficult to understand in places. Add the subtitles, please. And playing a duet with your daughter in front of the nation for Christmas isn't a grand gesture. Maybe if they had done it live during the concert, it would be considered grand. Pre-recorded apparently isn't too grand of a gesture. I would have loved to just listen to the piano music. Kate's Christmas message is for me just meaningless word salad and distracted from the music. So playing the piano live or don't play at all. Boo! So there you have it, squaddies. That's a wrap. If you liked this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more unfiltered commentary, and let me know your thoughts on the comments section below, because I read them all. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And as always, stay curious, stay critical, and don't fall for the performance. Thank you very much for watching.